the country that outsmarted everyone without being rich. Not every country needs gold mines or oil fields to win global respect. Some nations have carved out a place on the world stage, not by being the richest, but by being the smartest. And few countries embody this more than Finland. In a world where wealth often equals power, Finland flipped the script. It used brainpower, smart diplomacy, and long-term vision to quietly rise above the noise. The country that outsmarted everyone without being rich didn't do it with muscle or money. It did it with wisdom, trust, and smart policy. Let's explore how Finland became one of the world's most admired nations. The underdog that rewrote the rules. Finland isn't flashy. It doesn't dominate headlines, and it doesn't have a massive economy or military. But what it does have is a reputation for excellence in all the areas that matter long-term. After gaining independence from Russia in 1917, Finland had a rough road ahead. It faced wars, occupation, and economic setbacks. But rather than wallowing in misfortune, Finland adapted and recalibrated. Post-World War II, it committed to rebuilding, not through conquest or control, but through competence. By the end of the 20th century, Finland had transformed from a poor agrarian country into one of the world's most advanced societies. The key? Not power, but planning. Finland didn't chase wealth. It built resilience. This mindset of long-term thinking allowed it to create institutions that are now studied around the world. It rewrote the rulebook for how Finland became successful, not with riches, but with reason. Investing in people, not power. When it comes to the Finland success story, education is where the spotlight shines brightest. The Finland education system is consistently ranked among the best in the world, not because of standardized exams, but because of trust and equity. Teachers are required to hold master's degrees, are well compensated, and are trusted to design their lessons. Students experience minimal homework and testing early on, emphasizing well-being and creativity over rote memorization. Education in Finland is entirely public and high quality across the board, removing the need for expensive private schools. Add to that free healthcare, child support, and elder care, and you get a system designed for lifelong success. A strong emphasis is also placed on vocational education, ensuring that academic and practical skill sets are valued equally. This all-round development leads to a well-balanced workforce, which many larger economies struggle to replicate. This approach prioritizes people over power, making Finnish citizens not just educated, but empowered. Turning scarcity into strategy. Geography wasn't kind to Finland. Harsh winters, limited natural resources, and a small population could have been barriers, but instead, they became fuel for innovation. With no oil reserves or year-round agriculture, Finland turned inward and developed strengths in clean energy, digital infrastructure, and engineering excellence. The country embraced wind power, district heating, and sustainable forestry long before they became global trends. What emerged was a culture of resilience and smart design. From public transport to housing, everything is optimized for efficiency and environmental sustainability. This is how small countries with big impact can lead, by turning limits into launchpads. Even in sectors like architecture and urban planning, Finnish models prioritize simplicity, sustainability, and functionality, an ethos that countries with far more resources often overlook. Diplomacy over dominance. Finland is often praised not for its loud voice, but for its thoughtful, quiet strength in global diplomacy. During the Cold War, it walked a tightrope between East and West with dignity. Today, it plays a trusted role in international negotiations, human rights advocacy, and peacekeeping missions. Finland doesn't push global narratives. It helps mediate them. Its neutrality and credibility have made it a go-to host for critical summits and peace talks. In a world where global influence is often measured by force, Finland reminds us that respect can be earned without domination. That's why Finland is admired globally. The country has actively contributed to multilateral institutions, offering thought leadership on global education reform, environmental protection, and good governance, all without needing to dominate discussions or impose its way. Punching above its weight in tech and ideas. Despite its size, Finland is a quiet tech powerhouse. Think Nokia, Supercell, Kone, and Wolt. Just a few of the globally recognized companies that began in this Nordic innovation hub. What sets Finland apart is its culture of experimentation. The government invests heavily in R&D, supports early-stage startups, and encourages collaboration between tech companies and universities. Cities like Helsinki and Espoo are digital sandboxes, constantly testing smart transport, renewable energy grids, and AI-driven public services. So while the country may not flaunt wealth, its contribution to the future of global innovation speaks volumes. With a public sector that supports entrepreneurial risk-taking and a population fluent in digital skills, Finland continues to be a test case for a high-tech society built on social trust. A reputation that money can't buy. Finland didn't build a global image with PR stunts. It built it by being reliable, transparent, and consistent. It ranks in the top 5 worldwide for government transparency, anti-corruption, and press freedom. Its elections are smooth, its courts are independent, and its institutions are widely trusted by the people. Culturally, Finns value modesty, efficiency, and fairness, and it shows in everything from public services to how locals treat each other. The end result? A reputation that many richer countries envy. Because respect can't be bought, it has to be earned. And Finland earned it one policy at a time. The World Economic Forum and Transparency International frequently cite Finland as an example of a country that manages to run efficiently, ethically, and with strong public buy-in, something many wealthier nations are struggling to replicate. Small in size, big in impact. Let's zoom out. With under 6 million people, Finland still ranks near the top in global quality of life indexes. From the UN Happiness Report to OECD well-being charts, it consistently shines. These are not just theoretical scores, they are lived experiences. In Finland, access to quality education, healthcare, public transport, and affordable housing is not a privilege. It's the standard. Social services are accessible without the red tape found in many bureaucracies. The country's public policies are designed with citizens in mind, not corporations. Finland's small size allows for more agile governance. Policies can be tested, evaluated, and scaled with minimal friction. Urban planning is efficient. Environmental goals are realistic. Civic engagement is strong, voter turnout is high, and people feel their voice matters. The country that outsmarted everyone without being rich thrives because it recognizes the power of collective well-being over individual excess. While bigger countries are often bogged down by scale, Finland's compactness is its strength, and that's part of the secret to its outsized impact. What the world can learn from Finland. So, what lessons can the rest of us take from Finland's rise? First, education is the great equalizer. When you trust educators, support students, and level the playing field, you create a society capable of long-term thinking and innovation. Second, social trust is a currency. In Finland, people trust their institutions, and that trust is rewarded with competence, fairness, and transparency. This creates a cycle of civic participation that strengthens democracy. Third, leadership isn't always loud. Finland's quiet strength on the world stage is proof that diplomacy, neutrality, and consistency can outshine saber-rattling and spectacle. Finally, sustainability isn't a buzzword, it's a lifestyle. Finland's commitment to green energy, low emissions, and conservation is built into how people live, not just what politicians promise. In short, the country that outsmarted everyone without being rich teaches us that long-term success isn't about how much you have, but how wisely you use it. And that might be the most important lesson of all. The country that outsmarted everyone without being rich didn't need tanks, trillions, or global hype. It just needed vision. Finland used education, diplomacy, and innovation to outpace wealthier nations, and it did it with quiet confidence. It's proof that true global power isn't about money. It's about smart, human-first choices. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.